Childhood emotional neglect is like an invisible wound. It happens when caregivers fail to meet a child's emotional needs. Imagine a plant without sunlight. It wilts. Similarly, children deprived of love, support, and validation struggle to thrive. This neglect is more common than we think. It can happen in any family, rich or poor. Parents might be struggling themselves. They may not realize the impact of their actions. Emotional neglect can look different in every home. A parent might be physically present but emotionally absent. They might dismiss a child's feelings or offer conditional love. Children learn to suppress their needs. They feel unworthy or invisible. This early experience shapes their view of themselves and the world. It impacts their relationships, self-esteem, and mental well-being, often lasting into adulthood. Understanding emotional neglect is the first step towards healing. The impact of childhood emotional neglect echoes into adulthood, often manifesting in mental health challenges. Imagine a house with a weak foundation. It's vulnerable to storms. Similarly, individuals with a history of emotional neglect may struggle with emotional regulation, self-worth, and relationships. They might experience anxiety, depression, or even post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. The constant feeling of emptiness or unworthiness can be overwhelming. They may have difficulty forming secure attachments. Trusting others feels risky. This can lead to unhealthy coping mechanisms like substance abuse or eating disorders. They might overachieve to seek external validation, never feeling good enough internally. The good news is that with awareness and support, these wounds can heal. Therapy provides a safe space to process emotions and develop healthier coping strategies. Recognizing the link between past experiences and present struggles is crucial for healing. The impact of emotional neglect isn't limited to the mind. The body keeps score too. Chronic stress from early adversity can manifest in physical ailments. Imagine a car running on empty. It eventually breaks down. Similarly, prolonged exposure to stress hormones affects the body's systems. Individuals who experienced emotional neglect may be more susceptible to chronic illnesses. This includes autoimmune disorders, heart disease, and even chronic pain. Their sleep might be disrupted, and they might experience digestive issues. The connection between mind and body is undeniable. Addressing emotional wounds is not just about mental health, it's about overall well-being. Taking care of your physical health through exercise, nutrition, and relaxation techniques can aid in healing. Seeking medical attention for physical symptoms is crucial, as is addressing the underlying emotional causes. Section 4. Through the Looking Glass. Real-life stories of emotional neglect. Meet Sarah, a successful lawyer struggling with self-criticism and fear of failure. She constantly seeks validation, never feeling good enough. Her parents were emotionally distant, focusing on her academic achievements. She learned to suppress her feelings, striving for perfection. Now, she repeats these patterns in her adult relationships. Then there's John, a charming man who avoids intimacy. He sabotages relationships, fearing vulnerability. John's childhood lacked affection, leaving him feeling unseen. He built walls to protect himself, preventing true connection. These stories illustrate the profound impact of emotional neglect. It's about understanding the root of these struggles and fulfilling life.